Hello. Hey, this is Stephen Cuffey from Virginia of the USA reporting to you for my live broadcast number 63. I would have had my 63 live broadcast yesterday, but I was unable to do it yesterday for some other things going on. But I'd like to thank you so much for being with me today. It looks like I have some people coming in on my view here. I see that people here are already here. That's a wonderful to see. Crypto TBC John, thank you so much, John. I want to congratulate for you again being on been featured on our TBC blog. Excellent live broadcast, brother. Thank you so much. It's just so great to have so many people here today on a Sunday. But and I know there will be more people coming as well. Joanne Gardner, thank you so much, and I'm keeping my prayers for you too, dear. Thank you so much for being here, Romeo. Let me see. Yes, yes. I'd like to thank all of you for being here. We've got more people coming in as we speak. But as I thought about a title today, I was watching. I was watching something. I mean, God is so good today. I mean, God is good every day, not just here on a Sunday. But I was watching Joel Osteen's, and I know that people in the USA and maybe around places around the world know who he is. He's a spiritual leader, based in his church is based in Texas, and I believe in Houston, Texas. And I watch his whole service here on my iPad Air, and his message was more than enough. And as I listened to it, I said, Mike, and when the things he talked about, I said, my God, this would be excellent for a live broadcast. Because as he was speaking about it, it sounded like, guess what? It was the same thing that we talk about in the Billion Coin, believe it or not. So my topic today is more than enough. Now, as we know, we're all in this magnificent opportunity called the Billion Coin. As we know, Billion Coin started on March 21st of 2016. And that coin was only 1/10 of 1 cent. Think about that, what I just said now. The coin was only 1/10 of 1 cent. Now, that coin is $8.4 million. Did you hear that? $8.4 million. Now, I'm not giving the exact figure, but it's $8.4 million in worth at this present time. Now, a lot of us have pushed the redeem now button, and those cookies that's in our Crinkle Cashback office has now turned into crinkles as in TBC Coin, as we know it. And our wallets are flooded with millions of dollars in TBC Coin. Now, think about this now. And I'm not here by no means to preach to anyone here. But let me just say this. When Joel Osteen talked about God, he said that we will live life abundantly. How often do we talk about abundance in the Billion Coin? One of the main terms we use in the Billion Coin. And what are we doing? To get rid of poverty, eradicate poverty all around the world, one person at a time. You see, we, as in the people currently, that's as James talked about it, James Murphy talked about it and Mary in the live broadcast just now, we have more than enough in our wallets right now. Technically, I had more than enough way before I pushed the redeem now button. Because the Billion Coin, what essentially is doing, we are creating 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. while we're what? Distributing TBC coin, bringing people, sharing TBC opportunity to many people, bringing people into our community, while at the same time, what? At the same time, we get them out of poverty. Now, I talked about that. What? And oh, guess what he also said? He talked about we have to get out of the scarcity mindset. Now, how many times have we said that in the Billion Coin? You've heard me say it many times. Get out of that poverty mindset, that greed. He talked about that too. He said he even said greed, mentioned greed in his service today. It was almost as though Joel Osteen was a part of the Billion Coin. It was, I put, if you all go to my Facebook page, Tyrone Cuffey, I put on my timeline the service. Now, I don't know whether they take it down after a certain day or so, or today, later on today. Please, please, I cry out to you. Go to my Facebook page. I put the link right, and when you go click on it, slide your cursor forward a little bit until you start seeing the service. It's a lot of singing. His wife does a little sermonette, but you have to watch his sermon near the end. Oh my God. It was magnificent. As if though he was talking about the Billion Coin. I mean, almost word for word, almost. I said, my God, God is good. That's what he talks about all the time. See, while we're, at the same time we're helping other people, we're helping ourselves. We can't be about us all the time. We can't be about what we want. It's got to be about what those need and that person need. It has to be about that and that alone, not about us. It's not about our scarcity mindset, that poverty mindset, that me attitude. It's not about that. No, 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 no. It's about helping and sharing and reaching out to people in need. Now, I just happen to talk, we got over 460,000 Filipinos and the Billion Coin. I just talked to one of my friends that's a Filipino in Virginia Beach, Virginia this morning. And we had a good conversation about some of the poverty areas in the Philippines. She goes there once to her native land once a year with her family. And it was astonishing, some of the things they were talking about. People, a lot of them, they have a lot of farmer markets out there, because their food is so high in their stores, they double the price. Their coin is called pesos over there. She said $1 is 50 pesos over there. Our dollar's worth more than their pesos. So, but our dollar's still not worth that much as we know it. Don't get hung up on the USA dollar because it's not doing that well. That's one of the reasons why we're building, and the Billion Coin, we're building our own economy and our own community. But we still have a lot of people who have what? That selfish attitude. We got more than enough people with selfish attitude in the United States and beyond, and not just the United States, but beyond the whole world. The millionaires and billionaires that currently exist in the world are not a part of the Billion Coin. Now, one thing I like about Grant Cardone, he's in his private plane with his wife and some of his business partners at his office in Florida. He flies all over the world sharing his thing of, get people involved in some of his money-making opportunities. He's a multi-millionaire, close to billionaire status. And he may be a little flashy at times. He's just so overjoyed. He's not doing it to brag and boast. He's doing it to express upon you that you can do this too. Just be a part of me. Learn about money. He teaches things about money. We need to know what money is. We spend it all the time. But do we know what it really is? You know, we have so many things going on in our lives that impact us. So many negative things, so many negative influences, so many things out there that just come into our head, and we're juggling with it. We're juggling with it, trying to figure out what's good, what's bad, what's good, what's bad. But essentially, what we need to be thinking about is maybe going back to basics in our life. Take those great, good things that put a smile on your face and build upon that. Because I'm going to tell you something. If Joel Osteen's service today wasn't on point, I don't know what was. It felt like it was thousands of people in the audience. I'm thinking like, wow, you ought to see some of the expressions on some of the people's face, the smiles and everything, because they could resonate with what he was talking about. We got a lot of people with that poverty mindset, you know. And speaking of that mindset, our brother Gerard Windsor out of the United Kingdom, he put on his on his website about his Facebook group. He put part 1 and part 2 of a mindset, a PDF that you should read. There's so many great things out there to build our self-worth, our mindset, to change what's up here. Because it has so many years of garbage that's mixed up with some of the good, all that good in our brain. We got to filter all that stuff out, get it out our head, and fill it with more food. And one way to do that is start reading things that build you up about self-worth, about this world. Start recognizing what's going on around you. You know, in a TBC blog, that's one reason why I said don't just read the blog, become a student of the blog. One reason I say that is so much information about what's going on in the world, not just what we're doing here in the Billion Coin. So let us keep spreading this opportunity, this word, this phenomenon of the Billion Coin to as many people as possible. Let's lock arms and just pull together. You know, if some of you want on Mary Ann Murphy's live broadcast right before mine, you may want to go and listen to it, because both of them said some great things. Her son said some things both of them I resonate with, but her son said some things that was really key today. He even asked, what was a builder? In the Billion Coin. I said, a builder is out there distributing our TBC coin, the output of our TBC coin, at the same time sharing this opportunity to as many people as possible. It's not a hard thing to know what TBC is, what it isn't, and what your correct role in TBC is. Each one on this live broadcast should know that. And beyond, this is just a few people on, maybe 6 or 7 viewers today. But all the people, we got over 40,000 people have send buttons. For an example, I'm gonna give you an example. Only 5,000 to 7,000 people don't even are not even there on the send button meeting tomorrow. Not even there. to get the keyword at the end to get your compensation for being there, which is happens to be 1,000,000 cookies worth over $80,000 per send one meeting. And the same thing applies for live broadcasts. Great job again, John, Crypto TBC, for talking about broadcasts in your video that was featured on the blog today. We need a lot more broadcasters and get out of that fear, that fear in your mindset that keeping you from reaching out to people. You see, we are ahead of the pack in Billion Coin. The broadcasters are it. We have been identified by administrator. A few of us have done over 60 live broadcasts, closing in on 100. And there's some people right behind us. They doing it. They're getting it done. Some people just getting started, but they're getting started. I've cried out to people. I like to see more than just what I've seen with doing the live broadcast in another language. Bitcoin Scott does it in his Cambodian language as well as English. Mons Magnet Chantel over in the Netherlands, she does it in Dutch. You know, Doc Dan, he was on this morning, Sunday morning. And look what he did to those tribes, how he got those tribes involved. Now they're going to use TBC as a legal tender. See, it can be done. It can be done. I thank you so much for all of y'all being here today. I apologize for being a little late. You know, I was listening a little bit to Mary's live broadcast, Marianne Murphy and her son, and they were very good. They're over there in South Africa. There's so many great people around the world doing a great job in the Billion Coin. But it was just, I want to point out that it was so awesome to hear Joe Osteen's Services Day. It was talking about, you know, being abundant, not living in lack. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you enjoy living in lack? Do you enjoy living in lack, not having enough to survive on sometimes? Does that cannot have a good feeling? We were talking about that again, me and my Filipino friend. Her name happened to be Lori. I just met her recently through her daughter. Those two people are very good people. You know, there's some great people around this world, right here in your location. And I hope and these people I haven't even really seen yet. But if I meet them, I'm gonna let them know exactly what the Billion Coin is all about, and how so many people in their own country are involved in it. It's such a positive atmosphere. Oh, it's just so awesome. It's not about all the money we're making. It's about how many people we're reaching to help them. She talked about the poverty areas in her country, and how so many, the majority of Filipinos are poor. Talked about how she had to go to school and get her education to be an RN, and three other her sisters are the same thing. Now she's retired now, but she talked about that. You know, so I'm just telling you. Then I have another dear friend in Tennessee that's head of a hospital, a medical center. And she's often on my live broadcast when she, and she goes down the ER into her office and see it. And she happens to be in the Billion Coin. That person that's on my wall is in the Billion Coin. You know, I'm telling you, there's some people that love helping other people. And that person that on my wall that's that's part owner and head of a hospital in Tennessee, that person is a dear friend of mine. And I'm telling you, She has a heart of gold. She's there helping people that's sick every day. Very giving. I'm finding this new person that I just met at her door. They're very giving. It's some good people out here. I just want to know. Do you have a heart like that? Are you willing to give and help those in poverty? Are you willing to empower people to make a change in their life that will impact their life such that they can help not just themselves, but their family and then on and then on and then on? So I'm closing up right now. You know, I'd like to thank so much for Bitcoin Scott to coming along too, and Serena. Thank you so much for appearing as well as Sky. Thank you so much, Sky and Joanne and Diana Gordon. You know, Crypto TBC. Just everybody that's here. You know, Romeo. Thank you so much for being here, Joanne Gardner. I said, thank you so much for all of you being here today. I will be here at the same time tomorrow. You know, for my weekly broadcast, and I just thought when I heard that more than enough, I said, wow. Mm, thank you so much for being here today. I just want to talk a little bit about that subject and what we're trying to convey here in the Billion Coin. Thank you so much. Love all of you. Bye-bye.